Alright guys, Champions League. Big possibility of Juve versus Barca final. That would be Ronaldo versus Messi.
It's not happening though. We all know it's not happening.
But we don't know. We'll see.
No, we do know that.
Another big possibility is Manchester United versus Liverpool. I say big. Another possibility is Manchester United versus Liverpool in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Now, obviously, we know that Ronaldo's no longer at Real Madrid. They got knocked out to Ajax. So that would have been the path that they would have travelled. Question that you actually posed on Twitter. What would be the bigger final? Now, I'm talking this year. If Real Madrid was still in the competition, if Man United and Liverpool weren't on the same side of the draw, what would be the bigger final? El Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, or the Northwest Derby, Manchester United versus Liverpool? And why? Kyle?
I'm going to go with El Clasico.
Why?
And it's just purely from pure observation. Like, whenever I see an El Clasico match, like, it moves the world. Like, literally the whole world comes to view El Clasico. Where it, like, even before Ronaldo left for Juve, when he was there and it was Messi versus Ronaldo, maybe it was strictly because the two best players in the world, year after year, these guys were just dominating, and Ballon d'Or was just only going to none other than them two for like 10 years in a row. So people were like, we're going to watch the two best players in the world go toe to toe. And you'd watch like everyone, and after the game was finished, everyone would talk about it. Whether it was a close game or Barcelona spanked Real Madrid, everyone will talk about it. And I don't get that same feeling with Man United, Liverpool. I get that feeling from like people in the country, but I don't feel like everyone in the whole world gravitates to Manchester United versus Liverpool.
What I would say, we must remember, the Premier League is the most watched league in the world. So the world is gravitating to something. You're grabbing something. So when you get those big games, Man United, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, someone, somewhere, is gravitating to them. And millions of people are.
You're right.
They're also gravitating.
In a one-off game in
I'm saying
El Clasico, the views spike.
Of course it will. Of course it will. But then, as you said, the whole Ronaldo-Messi factor, I know for me personally, that whole Ronaldo-Messi factor is a massive, it's a massive feeling towards El Clasico.
I've got a response to that.
That's fine. You can respond when your time comes. For me, the better match this year, if all four teams were in the Champions League, the better match would have been Man United Liverpool, because Barca are so far better than Real Madrid at the moment that, as we've seen in the last this whole season, all the El Clasicos. Granted, the 1-0 victory, Real Madrid could easily have got something out of that game. But Barca just dominant. Just been completely dominant. And we don't know how they're going to play under Zidane now that he's come in at the middle of the season. But I wouldn't be excited about that final, because for me, it'd be like, yeah, Barca's going to win. It's just a question of how much, when, is it going to be extra time or 90 minutes. That's how I would look at it. Man United, Liverpool, for me, would be a much closer game. Since Solskjaer's come in. If it was like under Jose, you'll say, yeah, cool, Liverpool, clear favourites, going to win. But under Solskjaer, we drew 0-0 with them at Anfield with all the injury issues. I think that would be a much closer game. Now, considering the viewership that the Premier League has, bigger, so better, I would say the better game would be Man United Liverpool, because of how close it would be. Consider the viewership the Premier League has. I think there's a shout that at least this season, that would be the bigger game. That may generate more headlines.
You see, for me, I think look, again, just in response to your points about the whole Ronaldo-Messi thing, my response to that is a pig's head.
Yes, but that's an old. See, that was in the past. Figo's not there anymore.
No, but
Zidane's not there anymore. Ronaldo, Guti, Raul, that's like the history of Real Madrid. Now we're left with Carvajal
My whole thing
and
is
Thibaut
that...
Courtois.
No, look, my whole thing is that the Real Madrid-Barcelona thing,
Benzema.
even for me growing up, I knew that... Basically, I knew about the Real Madrid-Barcelona thing being much more of a big deal growing up in Nigeria than I knew about Liverpool-Man United. Liverpool-Man United, I only knew it was a big deal when I moved to England. In Nigeria, I knew that, no, Real Madrid-Barcelona is a big deal. These are two massive teams, and there's... Because I was too young to really know what it was about, but I just knew that, no, there's something about this game. And then as I grew older, about the Franco era, Catalonia, Spain against the Catalan and everything, oh, this thing is really deep about culture, it's about identity.
Politics.
But my thing about this is that, 100%, if I have an argument of what would be the closer game, yeah, definitely Liverpool and United would be the closer game. But then my other response to that is Real Madrid, for some reason, are trash at the Bernabeu. So forget that. Real Madrid are actually better at the new camp than they are at the Bernabeu. In a final, ask any Barcelona fan, in a final, Real Madrid are a different beast. If it's a one-off game, final, neutral venue, that's a different game.
Okay.
That's a different game.
Would you think, obviously the venue would have been the Atletico Madrid stadium. Would you think that, granted, this Real Madrid team would have to have got to the final?
Which they wouldn't do. But let's just say...
But let's say they did. Do you really think that having lost 3 El Clasicos in a row to Barcelona, they'll be able to reverse that mentality for a Champions League final?
Trust me, ask any football player, like, the way you approach games psychologically...
They're bad! That team is bad!
There's actually only 2 El Clasicos they lost in a row.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
No, both at the Bernabeu.
Recently.
They lost 1-0 in the league, and then before that they lost 3-0.
Yeah,
and then the first leg of the result was 1-1.
Oh, okay.
At the new camp. Both of the matches lost were at the Bernabeu. So my thing is that there's just something about Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
Messi didn't play that game, so it doesn't count.
What, the 1-1?
Yeah.
No, but look, I just think in a neutral venue, I just think that's where anything can happen. Real Madrid in a final is a whole different beast. I still think Barcelona would be the favourites. I still think that they would win. But I don't think they would be clear favourites.
They don't even have, Barca's got Messi. Who are Real Madrid turning into?
Look.
Bale.
Oh, come on. I mean, to be fair, he obviously scored 2 in the last final, didn't it?
No, but my thing, okay, what is the bigger game? In isolation, Liverpool, Man United, or Real Madrid?
In isolation, El Clasico. 100% is the bigger game. But I think this season is different. Liverpool, Man United. When Liverpool are this season, Real Madrid are in a position where they haven't been for so long. When we grew up on El Clasico, Real Madrid Barca, it was because they were obviously the 2 best teams in the country. When Man United have been the best team in England, Liverpool never have been. And equally when Liverpool the second, and equally when Liverpool's been the best, Man United haven't been either. So it hasn't been a case of these are the 2 biggest or the 2 best teams at the time. It's just been the history. So the history still remains. So it's the history that keeps that rivalry. Where, granted, obviously the El Clasico has, or the Barca Real Madrid have the history in the history of Spain in terms of Catalonia.
And I think that's a lot stronger, a lot more fierce.
But a lot of that history was also built on them 2 being 1 and 2 in La Liga. Real Madrid are a shadow of that team.
No, but that's why it's still in isolation, because for me, Real Madrid, we know that they're going to regroup because they're still they're one of the biggest clubs in the world. So in the summer, if Zidane gets all of his targets and everything, and because again, everyone knew that this team needs to be revamped. They're too old, guys are all over the hill. They're guys that are flipping bands that should have been in the team. So I think because for me, the issue I was having with guys on Twitter, and I think for Liverpool, Man United guys, which is why I'm so happy that you said this as a United fan, is people have a very narrow-minded view when they supported the Liverpool United, because they think that everything revolves around the Premier League. It is the most watched league. It is the best brand. But I think sometimes you've got to just be objective and say, no, there's a world that exists beyond the Premier League. Liverpool Man United said, yeah, it may be big in other countries of people who support Liverpool United, but really, it's only really big in England, really. Barcelona Man United, as you said...
Barcelona Real Madrid.
Barcelona Real Madrid. I said something even when you watch the game, you're like, no, there's something epic about the game. You feel the epicness and the gravity whenever these guys play. Even as crap as Real Madrid are, even when I was watching that game in the Bernabeu, I said, no, yeah, Real Madrid are crap. They're not going to score for like 5,000 years. But still, something about this game still feels very epic. So
I think you were just hoping that something was going to happen. The Real Madrid were playing. I watched both of the games, but I wasn't even motivated for it because it just felt like, you kind of know Barca's going to win in the end.
Oh, no. I mean, I knew that, like, the issue with Real Madrid is like...
Because even when Barca were the best team in La Liga, and when Jose was there, when it came to El Clasico, you knew that Real Madrid were going to give them more than a good game and could easily get a win, if minimum get a draw. And most of the times, other than like the first game, which is like 5-0, Barca might get a victory and Real Madrid get 1-0. We 1-1. I think Real Madrid won the Copa del Rey. Was it Ronaldo go 1-0?
But who ran Pep out of town in Spain? Say his name. Who ran out of Spain?
But then Messi won the El Clasico semi-final, so it was very much tit for tat. But this season, I just don't feel that. I'm not feeling.
No, because Real Madrid needed a revamp. Because look, I've been talking to Real Madrid fans about this and everything. Everyone knew that this was always going to happen. Florentino Perez, in his arrogance, was. So you're going to sell Cristiano, your top goal scorer, main star, and replace him with Mariano, a guy literally from the road. So it's like, that was suicide because everyone thought, okay, you're going to get Hazard and then build from there. But to get nobody and to go in there fresh, that's insane. That was completely insane. So I just think like, every single, like, Modric is too old. Benzema is trash. Kroos is getting a bit old. There are a lot of guys. Remember, this winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row, that is a bloody incredible achievement. And the effort to do that is huge. So I just think that this team 100% needed a whole complete cleaners. And I think for Barcelona, even when you look at that game, like the first game at the Bernabeu, Real Madrid were actually playing really well. But the issue is that, even I knew that, wait a minute, you're relying on an 18-year-old. How are you relying on an 18-year-old for your attack? That's insane.
Yeah. So
Barcelona just doing that. Look, when our time comes, we're just going to pick these guys apart. And one thing I'll say, because I thought PK was crap and done.
Yes.
He's actually...
PK has, and I've said it, and I'll say it, PK has never been a great defender.
Yep. He's never been a great defender. Puyol carried him.
Yep.
Ramos carried him in the national team. He's never been a great defender.
And the style that Barca and Spain played benefited him because they had 70% possession minimum, so he only had to deal with maybe 2 or 3 attacks every game.
He's never been a great... In and of himself, he's never been a great defender. He's always had to rely on the partner that he's had.
100%. But it's worked for Barcelona. In one word, who's winning the Champions League this year? Oh. One name, please. Just one. That's what I want.
What?
You didn't say it, man. One more time. I can't hear you.
The camera can't hear you.
I know. Pick it.
Oh, look like he'll probably win it.
Who's he?
What? Like the big Venus. I was still saying.
For all those that can't hear you clearly, we will boost the volume.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, innit? I'm gonna boost it.
I'm pretty sure he said
who do you think?
Juventus. I'm sure that's what he said. But we'll boost it so we will definitely get confirmation on that.
So who do you think?
In one word, Manchester
City.
If I can have a second word.
City.
Second word.
Man City. What?
I have to.
They're not getting.
I said on the last
They're
podcast.
going to beat Juventus.
I said on the last podcast that they're winning the quadruple. So if they're winning the quadruple, it means they're winning the Champions League.
Whoa. Easy. Pep is going to win a quadruple.
You heard correct.
What happened?
He's he's going to win 4 trophies.
The way I see it is they're 5 games away. They can win 5 games. The FA Cup is sorted. Watford, Wolves and Brighton don't have anything to stop them.
Forget that.
That's that. No, they don't have that.
Easy.
They don't have that.
No.
If all can be made,
The Premier League's done. I think they got the Premier League. I don't think there's anyone left out there that can take enough points off them to let Liverpool win the league from here. It's done, and it's just the 2 quarterfinals matches against Spurs, the 2 semi-finals against either Ajax or
Juventus, basically.
Yeah, and 1-off final.
So Cristiano will allow himself to be beaten by Man City. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm going with Juventus, as Have Hope said.
And I'm actually, well, I didn't really. Well, I sort of said that. I didn't really fully.
But where do we go from there when Ronaldo wins it?
What?
If he does? Do you now put him in the top 5 in the world?
Can I respond?
Is he the greatest of all time?
Can I respond? Thank you. If he wins the Champions League, look, man.
Just remember, this is getting clipped. So speak from your heart.
Okay, speak from my heart. Okay, that's a stat, and I'll say, you know what?
It's an achievement.
No. It's a great. I mean, you're still never one of the best players ever. You're still not one of the greats. But I will take a step back and say, you know what? That is a super achievement, and I take my hat off. I wouldn't take my hat off because my head is receding slightly, and I've not shaved my head. But I will imaginarily take my hat off and say, you know what, Cristiano, that's. To win it at Man United, at Real Madrid and at Juventus, that is an amazing, incredible achievement. Like if he does that, I'll be like, bro, nah, that's incredible. In his first season as well, I said, look, man, nah, that's insane.
Does it become top 5?
With top 5 what? Players or greats?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever he said he wasn't in.
Because right now, he's not even in the top 5 in the world. You put Ter Stegen ahead of him.
Yeah, Ter Stegen. That is 4. That is 4. That is
oh, he dropped out. Who's 3?
What? 3 is Van. Wait, what is? Okay, I said Messi. Who's number 2? Marcelo.
Still.
Zad. No. So Messi, Marcelo, Van Dijk. I'm sorry, I said Messi, N'Golo Kante, Van Dijk, Zad, and Ter Stegen.
Man,
yeah, all the trash that's ahead of them.
All these players ahead of the great Cristiano Ronaldo. But listen, come May, no June even. June the 1st, I think it is. We will see.
Wait, what should we do? Can I just say one thing? Right?
We will see who the great.
How do Atletico have a 2-0 lead? You go into the second leg and you lose 3-0.
One word. Cristiano. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out all other videos. Link for Have Hope Football Hut, this guy's YouTube channel. I think I might have changed the name to Deluded Hope Football Hut.
Easy.
It will be, so make sure you check them out, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Peace.